All right. Welcome, friends. Welcome. My name is Nim or Nimicry if you're feeling professional. And today, friends, the homework is done. We've decided to do a little bit of streaming. Just a little bit, right? Just a little bit of streaming. It'll be a fun time for everybody, right? I don't know why it keeps going to World of Warcraft, but that's not where I'm at. It doesn't really matter at this point in time. Let's continue on with... time for everybody, right? I don't know why. There we go. Let's continue on with hiding boxes. We're working on hiding boxes right now. And some people may say, Nim, you don't stream as much as you used to. You are correct. I do not stream as much as I used to. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's see where we're at here. So we're at 56 out of some change, which isn't terrible, mind you. Section X, I'd need one more mission to complete that. Nar Shaddaa, Coruscant, heroic missions would give me something interesting, and the ability to actually, you know what? I think no, because I already have that for something. Let's take a look here. Flashpoint story mode, daily repeatable mission story time, any story mission. Well, I've already done all the stories except for, well, not all the stories, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter right now. CZ-198 Patrol, Flashpoint, Inventor, Bill Salvis bonus series, Crafting Invade, Companion Influencer. Here we go. So let's take a look here and see what I got for mine. C2 is almost here. So let's see what happens here when I do this with C2. See, I'm in Section X right now. If I do one more mission in Section X, I will gain some cool stuff. So I may actually do that for Section X. Because I know there's one mission I can do that's just real easy. I mean, I've already got my reps up and everything, so I'm not really worried about that right now. Oh, it was a busy day today, friends. It was a busy day. Let me tell you. It was a busy day. Alright, let's take a look here and see what we got. I was gonna summon C2. C2, where you at, buddy? I got anything for you that I can give you? It's a small influence. Not terrible. Hey, there it is. Alright, cool. So I got that done. Hey, my God, RNGs. That's funny. God, that's true. Oh, I've cursed and praised RNGesus more times than I can count at this point. But we're gonna do one more. Let's see. Bioreform, Imminent Threat is the... Yeah, we'll just do this one. I mean, this stuff for the Conquest. I'm basically, right now, I'm just trying to knock out some of this Conquest. And if I look at Y and I go to Reputation, I should be pretty close. The Adjudicators, I'm already there. Citizen Forces, Yavin 4 is an outsider. So I'm almost a newcomer, but that's okay. Where is... Ooh, here we go. So I need... For Champion, I need, what? Another 8,000 or so? 7,000 or so? It's not a huge deal. Look at me, the Champion. And I like Champion. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like all the rating and everything. Alright, weapons caches. Let's do this. I mean, I guess I could probably pull out Treat. And what's crazy was I found out I could actually do what is it, 2VN8 or 2VR8 with my light side character, or with my Republic character, since I'm far enough in the story to where I've unlocked him, which is pretty cool, mind you. There are the weapon caches. Let's go kill some more of these things. Going, and we're just gonna pop you off. There you go. There's the Dread Host. And I mean, I did get an achievement earlier today. I think it was the I think it was the Section X Annihilation. It wasn't the 10,000. It was the 1,000. So I need 9,000 more enemies, basically, at a minimum. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot. Don't know if I'm gonna get that. All right, there we go. Got that. Easy peasy. Got the reputation. Got the credits. Let's move. Could go back to Ordman. I can't do the Tython bonus mission here, which is a shame, but that's okay. I don't really need that. Oh, I hope I can hear mine. Yeah, test. Yeah, I should be fine. Let's see. I guess I should do a thing where I share that I'm live at some level. At some level. Nah. Doesn't matter. I'm just having a fun time. We're just gonna keep on broadcasting and enjoying ourselves as best we can. You know what? I die-sided. There we go. All right, it's a little fun. All right, so now that I've done all that nonsense, let's continue to go forward. I need to look at what I could possibly do to increase the rest of my. Well, I'll tell you what I could do. Right? I'll tell you what I could do because I just need to knock out some story stuff here. If I speak to, so I travel here and then I do the story. That should give me at least, I mean, story time gives me a little bit of stuff here. And if I look at my currency, I think I've already got one at 328 or 3. Yeah, we're getting closer. 493, 484. Ooh. You know, honestly, I kind of want to do section. I kind of want to do CZ. I kind of want to do CZ 198. Why am I not? Oh, because I don't have it unlocked on this character, I don't think. Because I'm already maxed. Yeah, I don't have it on this character. Weird. I'd have thought for sure I'd had it on this character. Turns out the answer is no. Okay, what do we got here? We got Capital World. We'll pick up. Hey, what's going on, Reeds? How you doing? Outlaw's Den, we'll pick up. Fleet Vanguard Vessel, we'll pick up. The Black Hole, we'll pick up. CZ-198, we'll pick up. Oricron, we'll pick up. Rishi, we'll pick up. Let's do Yavin, we'll pick up. And is that Odessin? Yeah, we'll do Odessin. Okay, so there we go. Now I've got all my travel stuff unlocked. Work is good. I got promoted the other day, and so I just got my offer letter put through and was able to negotiate for some higher pay, which was nice. So that's always good. I'm now a lead as opposed to just a tech. So that's nice. And for the record, I was hired in October, so I got promoted. They said I was doing a really, really good job. And then they promoted me, so I would assume, and they're paying me more money, so I would assume that it's not just lip service. Because people don't, as handsome as I am, people don't tend to just give me free money. Though I am working on that. If you'd like to give me free money, patreon.com/Nimicry. Not a bad little segue. Not a bad little segue. Hopefully you're staying warm. I know where I'm at. It has been very, very. It's been very cold. It's been very cold. I dug some people out when it snowed a lot with a shovel to make sure they were safe. People needed to get out of there, so I'm just glad that everybody was okay. Let's see. I was in the Republic Fleet. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna go do the. Oh, I know. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna go do. Might as well do CZ-198. Not only is it an easy quest, but it'll give me something interesting. I just knock this stuff out and boom, 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 boom. I mean, technically, I could probably just queue for dungeons and get. How close am I anyway? Yeah, let's just queue for a dungeon. Why not? Veteran Flashpoint. Join queue. Staying warm. A lot of dental work and procedures going on. Well, oh, that's not good. Be careful. Be careful. Make sure, obviously, it's cold out there, so don't have your teeth chatter too much. Stay warm as best you can. Stay warm as best you can. It's one of those things. Let's see here. Why? You know what? I'm going to pull out Shriek. Since this person's not here, I'm going to pull out Shriek. And here we go. Ooh, we got a 21, so that means we're probably going to get Hammer Station. If we get Hammer Station, I am happy. I like Hammer Station. My blaster. Oh, we're doing Athos. Oh, I love Athos. Athos is great, too. Athos is great, too. There's some droids I can salvage. Some easy loot. Nice, easy dungeon. Not a big deal. Even if people decide to troll a little bit.
Did someone just land out there? This is Republic Survey Team 689 Mark 1. Our comm systems are badly damaged. Strongly advise you do not approach the ruins.
Yeah. And for some reason, my jet boots don't break stealth. That's really
this
interesting.
This is Republic Survey Team 689 Mark 1. I don't know who's hearing this, but most of us are already dead.
Oh, okay. Well, if nobody has it, then we gotta go get those explosives. Let's go. It's explosive getting time. For legal purposes, that is a reference to the game that I'm playing, not anything in real life. I know that I'm not important for anybody to really look at, but just in case, you know? Just in case. It's been a little while since I've been able to stream, but I've been focused on work, and I got all my homework done for the week. And honestly, anybody who's a longtime fan of me will know, or a watcher, viewer, supporter, whatever else you want to say it, knows that I am serious about all of my about my classwork first, right? It wasn't always like that, but you know, I guess as we get older and we get wiser, we learn other things. You know, no, but there aren't, you know, most people say there aren't any dumb doctors, but, I mean, you know, then again, depends on who you ask, I suppose. Yeah, you gotta take care. Bioanalyze, friend, bioanalyze. I'm gonna be scavenging these droids, man. Bioanalyze. Hey, Taurus, what's up, buddy? What's up? What's up, buddy?
Please come for us.
Taurus over 9,000.
They worship some sort of Sith legend.
Taurus, it's good to see you, buddy. I just finished my homework for the week. Here we're 28 credits away from a bachelor's. Life is going. It's getting better. It's getting better, right? It's not. It could be a lot worse. Let's put it that way. It could be a lot worse. It's not, luckily. Well, just scavenge this. But outside of that, honestly, I'm just gonna be real with you, Taurus. It's been a hell of a time. It's been a hell of. I just got promoted at work. Oh, come on.
Are you a rescue mission?
Oh, there it is. Renowned scavenger.
Crew?
Let's go.
No matter. You will embrace his word as we did.
There we go. Got the
We
achievement.
shall rise again.
Just got the
we will
achievement.
be his favored children.
So I maxed out. But yeah, I got
lay
promoted at
hands on
work
his
here.
work.
We just finished to go. That is a scoundrel. What's up next, Tony? No, I've not moved back south yet. That's in April. What's up next? I've been doing homework and such. I'm not very good at the scoundrel. I like the shadow tank a little bit more, but it is what it is. Play scrapper. I think I am a scrapper. I think that's the dot spec, right? No, I'm a ruffian. Okay, I'll try scrapper. I'll try scrapper next. Scrapper's the punchy boy. Okay. Well, I mean, you know, that's something there. I'm still working on getting stuff. Yeah, ruffian's the dot spec. I'd forgotten. Honestly, this is kind of a throwaway character. He's a meme. It's Captain Hiding Boxes. He's a smuggler. Because the question is, what do smugglers do? Well, they hide boxes. So what is he doing? He's hiding boxes. Good to see you next. How goes class, my friend? I just finished my homework for the week. I'll still be reviewing some material because I want to make sure that I have everything good. They also kick nuts and punch. I mean, I do literally pistol whip. Oh, I hope it's done, Nex. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, you know, live your life as you will, but part of me is like, you should make sure the homework's done. Almost. Oh, okay, perfect. Never mind. I gotta say, I've talked to you before. I'm not worried about, it's not a competency thing. I just want to make sure you don't lose track of time, buddy. Because I am always there. Nataris, I thought you were moving north, if I remember correctly. Scrapper legit has a pistol and a shotgun for show. They actually punch. Oh, that's funny. Back blast? You mean kidney shot? That's funny. I love this game. I love this game and all of its jankness. Pistol whip. Yeah, their main weapon, these hands, they're rated E for everyone. Oh, we got a Tomb Dweller Shaman. Okay, well, let's just have some. Nope, not gonna let you get that off. There it is. I interrupted in a dungeon. I have done my part. I mean, I did get Renowned Scavenger here, so I guess it's not all bad. Sanguine Shot. I just moved east, just south of Philly in Delaware. Unfortunately, the state is horrid. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. I'm terribly sorry to hear that. Oh, yeah, not a problem. Take care. Hey, take care next and be safe. Enjoy yourself. I'll try to see when I can hop on. I'm doing 12-hour shifts, though, so it's one of those things that I don't always have time to do for. Thank you, Nex. And again, thank you for all your assistance, too, with the Jedi Shadow. Oh, is he just not? Okay, cool. I was gonna say, I guess he's just not doing anything for some reason. That's certainly a thing. Whatever. Scrapper Ruffian's one of my mates. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I probably will if I take it seriously. But for now, I'm just doing the Jedi Shadow. This guy is just... I mean, eventually I'll get there. You'd think, like, a prime figure like Biden from this tiny state infrastructure would be better. Yeah, I mean, like, well, it's also... There's not that much infrastructure. I mean, and I say it not like as in that it's not complex. I'm just saying that there's not that much infrastructure based on size. Like, compared to, I don't know, California or, like, Wyoming. You know, Delaware is the tiniest state in the country. So, like I said, you know, I don't know. Try to put dots on all those. Oh, here's the Beast of Vodal Crash. In case some more people decide to rock up. I just decided to drop. There we go. Thanks, Beast of Vodal Crash. You were super nice. Take that. Anything I can equip? Why are we in combat? Why am I in combat already? That's really dumb. Whatever. It's all good. Getting real tired of getting this one blaster pistol that I just don't actually need. Over and over again. Come here, buddy. Whatever. I'll get a better blaster pistol in a second. It's not a huge deal. I have a theory the reason why I'm making 50 states is because they did such a horrible job in Delaware, they had to do a few over. Damn, it's really that bad. Holy shit, buddy. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm genuinely sorry to hear that. Oh, we decided to pull both of these. Or just this one. Okay, never mind. It's fine. Like, I was just curious for a second. I was gonna be like, what the hell, dude? Why did we pull these things? And then they were like, but what if we pulled these things? Pistol whip. Interrupt. Get out of here, you bastard. This is Star Wars The Old Republic. For those who don't know, it is kind of a, I'll just grab you. Cities don't even oh, God. Oh, HOAs. Oh, I hate HOAs. Do we have a stun? That's all good. We did not have a stun. It's okay, though. I guess, see, they really were like, stop injecting me with drugs. I work in New Jersey, and it isn't much better. The only state you have to pay to leave. Jesus. Do you see New York's surge pricing? By the way, I don't know if you've seen New York's surge pricing. They're talking about to try to cut down on traffic, which is, I mean, a thing, and it's useful, but, like, I don't know if that's going to solve everything that they want to solve. So, I don't know. It's a strange... Because the problem is that, like, Manhattan's not really livable anymore. Unless you are in, like, the top 1% in America. Or somehow you take 15 roommates. And then rent becomes affordable.
He has been waiting for you. He will take your bodies and your ship.
There we
the
go.
galaxy will be his again.
Well, I understand tolls. They were able to help fund road construction, but after you fix the roads, basically you're stealing
Speak
people.
in his name.
Yeah, I mean, like,
the Lord of
well,
Hearts
it
and
depends
Mind.
on what that money is used for. I mean, I'd be fine with it. Like, if you wanna alleviate poverty, okay, that's probably a good idea.
This was his place of power.
You wanna help, I mean, but odds are it's probably gonna be used for NYPD lawsuits. Because they keep harming people. You know, if they'd stop, if they, you know, if there was a stopping of misconduct, then you would have less and less, you know, or if the individual officers were on the hook, it'd be a different story.
This was his place of power. You are nothing here.
I don't know, is that background music a little too loud? I don't know, maybe it's on me. Might be a little too loud. It's possible.
Feel the wrath of Bodal fresh.
Coming after me. Pop defensive screen.
He will rise. In another
Oh, you finally got a P. Hey, nice! I got a new laptop the other day for school. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Ooh, got an FP stabilizer. Nice. There's that one. And then we're just gonna exit area. We'll hop out of here. That wasn't too bad. Only put you down 2K. Hey, that's not too bad. Not too bad. I got a 4090 in this bad boy. Well, like I say, you know, it's one of those things, Taurus. It's one of those things. You know, I just, like I said, I need to get back to the gym. I enjoyed a lot of booze over the holidays. And with work and school and everything, it's been, you know, it's just been one of them things. Group, I'm gonna lead a group. There you go, buddy. I'm not even worried about it.
This is character.
Just gonna move through there. Vote will crash. Nobody cares. You owe me nothing.
I can't.
There it is. Easy peasy. And then we do Athos. And that's 2 out of 3. I guess I could head back to CZ19. I could head back to CZ198 and just finish this real quick. Because that was the thing, is I don't know how much of that I got, but I got a fair bit. I got a fair bit of stuff. This is the Zerka Corporation. So the Zerka Corporation has an outpost where they do illegal experiments. I know you're shocked. You're like, Nim, but you're playing a fantasy game. I know. I would love to get to the gym. I just don't have motivation. Yeah, no. Well, that's the thing is, I'll be honest with you, Taurus. I can't wait to get down to Cincinnati so I don't have to get up at 3 in the morning to get to work by 4:30. Because I have a production meeting every morning that I'm there, and that means so I have to do a few other things. Sure. Wait, where is my mouse? Accept. Just do this. Yep. I don't need anything. I honestly don't need anything, but I'd rather just have them. This way we can all at least get all this stuff done, and it's easier. Because I only need a few more points. I don't even need to do the whole thing. But I want to do even doing push-ups on the corner of your basement, free weights are ridiculous prices. Oh yeah. Yeah, weighted metal, it's like it almost cheats the cost curve where you're like, okay, I need a pound of steel. Oh, okay. Is it for building? Yeah, it'll be this. I'd like to lift. Oh, okay, cool. Double that price. Why? I don't know. Forget you, basically. You know, where it's just like, we just felt like it. What are you gonna do? You don't have a foundry. You don't have a smelter. You don't have a Bessemer furnace. That's a kind of a deep cut metallurgy joke. Oh, the hole they punch in, the hole in the machine they punch in, it doubles the weight, doubles the price. Yeah, you're not kidding. I hope they're getting credit for this. Yeah, you don't even get your money's worth of material. It's true. I'm just doing these right here to get some extra missions and kind of doing some achievement farming. There's an achievement on Section X. Oh yeah. Well, kettlebells are always kind of trendy, so it's one of those things that people are like, hey, you know, we should do a bunch of this stuff, and I'm just like, oh, should we though? Should we? Do we have to? Oh, okay, cool. Let's do this. Oh, hey, we got a guy. There's all the biotoxins. That's cool. I'll take this multi-debris alloy for scavenging. Thank you. There's all my Zerka forces, which is nice. Now I just need some Colto. Should be okay. 0 out of 5. That's the thing. I'm a living legend. Luckily, I work in an oil refinery, and my job is constantly intense labor, so I make up being lazy by working there. Oh, well, okay. Well, that's not bad. Man, imagine that. So, you know, Tar say, you know, when I ask, how's the wife? I believe her name is June? Got all those. Grenade! Other grenade! Because you can never carry too many grenades, I guess. There's that. Okay, I guess I was like, we just kill all these? I thought we killed all the big, I thought we killed all the big guys, but I guess not. I mean, I don't mind killing this stuff, but I'm just trying to, like, I've killed this Zerka suppression droid. I think you gotta kill it like 300 times, and you get some extra, it's an achievement. I've already got it. Like, I got it accidentally without realizing it, because I just did I fought a lot of these things. She's alright, just going through the motions of being a citizen and stretching around. Every time we turn around, she's got to pay immigration a few grand. It makes you understand people. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it. You know, with the fact that, I mean, look, I don't know. Some people say, but Nim, what about, you know, this or what about that? And it's like, look, man, I don't know. People want to live lives of happiness. Who am I to say you can't have that? I don't know. So I don't really, like I said, I try to at least consider myself fairly compassionate, though, and some people might disagree with that particular assessment. For me, it's just a matter of trying to be kind when I can. I can always not be kind, but I'd rather be kind if I can help it. But that's that. Anyways, I'm 28 credits away from the bachelor's, so I'm working on that at the moment. Oh, we don't have any healers. That's freaking awesome, or at least the healers I have The healer I have is downstairs. It's okay. I'm not really worried about it. Alright, that guy's done. Hey, I got March across the galaxy. Nice. Oh, I kind of need that. Damn it. Yep, still in psychology. Still, I'm doing, today, I'm doing cognitive and perception. Or cognitive and sensory and perception. So, pretty dope, actually, to be honest. Workforce reduction. We got that done. Heck yeah, there we go. Got some nice new stuff. I guess I'm gonna head downstairs. Oh, are we fighting here still? I mean, like, it's fine. I don't mind. I'm gonna fight downstairs. Like, I guess we'll fight you, but, like, I don't really care. I'm gonna head downstairs and take care of these dudes. Like, cause I just need to do I want to do the weekly so that I can. Okay, whatever. If they want to leave, that's fine. They can leave the group. I'm not worried about it. And you are dead. I think you're dead. There you go. Cool. Perfect. Let's get out of here. Can we leave now, please? I wanna head downstairs. Head down. Can we not pull everything? Can we not aggro everything, please? Or, okay, no, never mind. It's cool. Let's just aggro everything. That's what we're gonna do here, right? We just want to aggro everything. God, I kind of wish that bushwhacker would drop it at, not at my location, but at, like... I have a job for, oh, DOD contractor inspecting materials for Millwright Company in, hopefully pay is, goes well to pay significantly higher and on the verge of being life-changing. Okay, that's cool. That is really cool. I hope that happens, friend. Like I said, I'm doing all right. Moving back down. My mom can't take care of the house anymore, so I gotta help out with that. My stepdad's is 10 years older than my ma, so that's definitely not gonna happen. And then, yeah, it's one of those things. But that's okay. That's okay. So I'm gonna help out, and then instead of paying rent, I can... Well, it's fine. It's one of those things. Instead of paying rent, I can put that money towards my tuition. Plus, my mom works really hard. My stepdad's 10 years older than her, so it's one of those things. Like, and I love them both. They're very good. It's fine. But it just sucks that I kind of have to step back. It feels like a step back, even though it's a prudent move, and it's not because I'm just trying not to have to take out as much. I'm trying to minimize the amount of loans I would have to take out, basically. If that makes any sense. Sanguinary shot. Can we please stop fighting now? Can we please stop fighting? Jesus. Like I'm getting caught fighting all the time. There we go. Cool. Let's go this way. Like, I normally do this solo. Yeah, I mean, like, well, the thing is, I don't have to do that. But it's just, in the end, it's less, it'll be less expensive. Like, I'll have to pay back less money. Which is nice, because housing expenses account for 30% of all student loans. Is literally just being able to live. So that's one of those things. I have an Ewok as a healer. Okay, dog. Help me with this guy, please. This isn't WoW. You're gonna be fine. Or don't help me with this guy. I don't know. Like, it's fine. I don't know why this dude is just like bugging out. You're a Jedi Sage. You're gonna be fine. Like, he's absolutely just like running around. Like, just stand there and tank him. It's fine. You have a healing companion. You will be okay. You will be fine. It's just, you don't even have to worry about it. I'm just happy I found an occupation that pays really well. Well, no. Look, I'm glad for you as well. Like I said, while I think that the value of university is important, you know, it shouldn't be mandated for everyone, you know? If you don't, or more importantly, you should be able to live comfortably without needing super specialized degrees. That's why when I do measures of the economy, and some people might say, hey, Nim, you know, how do we measure the economy? Well, I measure the strength of the economy by what is the percentage of people who can pay their rent with one paycheck. That is the strength of the economy to me. And some people may not agree. And I think those people are wrong. That's just how I am, because like ultimately, you know, the only thing there were riots in Watts and Compton's a couple of times in our history, and one time was when a power plant pulled out, or not power plant, a tire plant pulled out, and you know, someone asked a question like, well, what do we do now? So the only thing that replaces 69,000 jobs is 69,000 jobs, right? People need a place to live. People need a way to pay expenses. Lenin said that revolution is only 3 missed meals away. And while I'm not a huge fan of Lenin, there is some wisdom in that. If you make it to where no matter, you know, what I do, I'm always behind, why am I going to try? Now, that being said, you know, I'm working on becoming a doctor and opening my own practice. That's me. That's what I want to do. I would do that even if it's going to take a significant amount of my life to make that happen. But I want to do that. Not everybody has that particular desire, and that's okay. Not everybody should have to have that particular desire. Ooh, I'm getting drowned. Alright, what are we doing here now? My job requires a lot of education, but you can get that through the company you work for. But every certification has to be really acquired every 3 years, every time you switch companies, plus a massive amount. Yeah, no. You're not a millwright, are you? No, millwrights build mills. If you're working in an oil refinery, you're some type of control operator. You do non-destructive testing. Okay, yeah. There's I have a J standard certification for some military contract stuff from back when I was at AEGC. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna get the hell out of here. There we go. We did it. We took care of it. We did it. We beat it. Oh, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Most of my experience is in aerospace and oil and in gas. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Oh, take a look there. Let's see here. I've got that. Got that. So now that I've got that done, I'll do a quick double check here. Take a look at my currency. We're just gonna, take all. We're just gonna start dropping some of these things off. Let's see. here. There's that. I think that's all. I think that's all the gear. All right, let's deconstruct that. And we should be all right. Tech fragments. Yes, love tech frags. So the tech fragments are essentially the gating currency here. Got 46. It's not bad. I need 6,500, basically, to upgrade something big. I'm doing my part to make sure people stay safe, hold engineers accountable for their horrible understanding about... Well... So, it's not that engineer... Speaking as an engineer, there's a whole bunch of different ways to design stuff. I don't know that it's a horrible way of how things work. I think that I had two engineering interns that I spoke to on Tuesday, right? Because I did some overtime on Tuesday. And I told him, I was like, imagine there's a 4-inch channel, right? It's 4 inches, 4 inches, right? It's 4-inch cube. So you're a 4-inch area. So you can stick 4 inches in there in any orientation you want. And they were like, okay, that sounds like a lot of space. Until you realize humans have forearms. Or have big hands. And that one, yeah, this might not be 4 inches, but what about this? So then and I don't have huge hands or huge arms. So then at the end of that channel, you have a ratchet that I have, you have a bolt that I have to ratchet down and torque to a specific foot poundage. I can do this all day with just a normal nut and you know, tighten it eventually. If I have to put torque poundage on that, through a series of things. And again, the channel is a good idea. It's just not, some things just need to be tested more. And the problem with things being tested more is that costs money. And a lot of the bottom line bean counter people don't want to spend the money for various reasons. I'm not going to say it's complete greed, but, you know, everybody wants to, when your bonus is tied to cutting costs, well, guess what you're going to do? You're going to cut costs. Now, let's see. Oh, I was gonna pull out a different character. Log out. Did you guys do all right with the snow, Taurus? I know I had to dig a few people out when it really snowed. There's my power and duty. Lord Staggeringly Handsome. That's the big issue. Being an inspector, I can only give and that's the thing is a wise engineer should look at what you have to do and be like, hey, can we make sure we get this stuff handled, please? I mean, I'm not saying like you know everything, but like they should at least take your suggestion into consideration, right? I'm not saying that you gotta always you know, be listened to. We only got 3 inches, but like I said, the infrastructure is so bad, it's equivalent to 13 inches. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we got 10. We got 10 in part. I know some places in Cincinnati got 12. It's that. This is Staggeringly Handsome. He's one of my dark side characters. He is a Sith Madness sorcerer. And I was gonna say, you grew up in Cincinnati, so you know that we don't get snow like that very often. Once a decade. And then it snowed another few inches, and then Friday it snowed another inch or so, and we should be, I don't know if we got anything coming here soon. But, I know on Tuesday I did 35,000 steps at work. So I was moving. I was cooking. I normally do about 28 to 30. So I was, back and forth. Really just getting it. And you know, a lot of the guys I work with, even some of the dudes who are like, oh, fuck this place, I hate this place. They're like, I'll come and be like, hey, yo, can you take care of this for me? And they'll be like, yeah, Nim, no problem, I got you. What do you need, boss? Whatever you got. And it's because I do my best to treat everybody with respect and kindness and jocularity, right? I try to joke and be jovial with every single person. Hey, what's up, Walls? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? We're just doing this. Finish the homework. Decided to do a little SWO tour. How goes the Anarchy Online, my friend? Or were you able to fix your Cataclysm Classic issue?
repair them.
I got to spend about $500 today, a little bit over $500 on fixing my brakes. So, I mean, that's probably good. I would say that's probably good. Some people will be like, but Nim, you know, where's all the fun? If you fix your brakes, where's all the fun?
Approach.
Oh, no!
You have garnered the attention of my master, the Emperor. He foresees you performing great deeds on Belsavis.
Your graphics card is toast? Oh my god.
People call me Lord.
The Imperial Guard speak with the Emperor's command. This planet holds the Republic's dirtiest secret.
Yeah, oh god. I'm so sorry that your graphics...
Most
Friends, pour one out for the homie whose graphics card is toast.
Specifically, the dread...
Such important prisoners.
Excellent. They freed prisoners and spot. You will...
I like the idea of Sith.
Shuttle will minimum
But seriously, pour one out for the homie. Ugh. I'm so sorry. A cheers to Walls having a toasted graphics card. That'll be enough there. Alright, so I'm gonna go talk to the guard captain and find Lord Mechades, or whatever his name is. I don't know who that guy is. Let's go to minimum security. Ah, Belsavis. This is an entire prison planet. A toast for the toast, indeed. Indeed. I know not everybody enjoys booze, so I wouldn't expect anybody to drink along with me. That's fine. Just keep that in mind, but I still feel bad because, obviously, I always hate hearing that a graphics card is toast. That's a big deal because they're not cheap.
Welcome, my lord. I assumed command. I'm Lord Medicius, leader of Operations Group 5. We started our primary goal is to extract certain...
Dreadmasters.
Commander Callum said...
Correct. They can reach out through the Force and pierce their... The Republic claimed the Dreadmasters were killed in the last war.
Ooh, interesting. Sound worthy of my efforts.
Nice.
Free the Dreadmasters and you'll find much to your advantage. Meanwhile, the Warden brought in a hard-headed off-world enforcer. Ellis Root. If the Republic isn't stopped, they'll retake this landing zone.
Then we'll hold the landing zone.
Don't give an inch of ground to the...
We're trying, but the prison guards aren't helping matters. These Warden droids, the rioters are losing hope, but we can reignite their rage.
Okay. I will fuel their anger.
Broken droid.
Impress the rioters with your power.
May the GPU gods bless you with an open box deal you can't... Oh my god, that's wonderful. Yo, what's up, Kev? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Oh, no! No, not you! Oh, Kev, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's been a bad day. Walls' graphics card is toast. Kev, you got fucking COVID. Oh, your wife and daughter have it? Oh my god, what the shit? Leave these people alone, universe. They didn't do anything. There are so many bad people you could target. There are so many bad people. You could just be like, oh, hey, let's fuck with this guy or this person. It's terrible. It makes me sad. I'm not perfect. You're no killer. You didn't advocate for dehousing humans. You know? You're not like, oh, I hope these people starve. You're with it. Well, yeah, that's the thing. As I've said, I happen to have a spare GPU laying around, which is a shame. Otherwise, I'd be like, yeah, let's hook a brother up. Oh, by the way, Kev, I got promoted at work. So now I'm a lead as opposed to a builder, which is really nice. I tell a lot of the guys I work for, everybody's still the same type thing. So it's not bad. It's just one of those things that I'm just like, I just keep doing what I do, you know? Yeah, and then all the guys are just, I'm just doing what I can. Gotta go kill these warden droids. Are those one of those warden droids? Those are not. Those do not say warden droids. So I need to, since they didn't change when I highlighted them, that means they're probably not the same thing. Speed boost. Use the boost to get through. Your father helped me like that too, Fox. Oh, Peppy. Any decent games recommend on PC? What are you in the mood for specifically? I could name a few. I'm waiting for February. The new Yakuza game comes out. Goro Majima is playing as like a Caribbean pirate in modern day Hawaii. I am so ready for that. Oh, the Yakuza. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that so much. Oh my god. But that's the thing is, I'm a huge Yakuza fan. So if you're not a fan of Yakuza, that's probably not going to be your part. I honestly, like I said, I recommend, if you haven't had a chance, Yakuza 0 is probably the best open world game ever. I honestly recommend Yakuza 0, Tars. It's the thing where Sunshine Fever comes from. It also is an open world beat 'em up that you can level up in. And it's got crazy stories and a lot of content. It's very, very good, and it is on PC. It is also a direct prequel to the Yakuza series. So the last scene of the first of Yakuza 0 is the first scene of Yakuza 1. So it's very, very good. Okay, if you've played other Yakuza games, then you'll know what you're about. But what I'm saying is it's very, very good.
I'm an archaeologist, not a fighter.
Shut up. Thing saying, oh, I'm an archaeologist, not a fighter. Well, live. I guess either choose life or, fight or die. I know that you're an archaeologist. It's why you're with me. I like archaeologists. Take out this warden droid. Get crushed. Demolish. Hey, wow, I just got an achievement. I didn't even realize that. That's cool. Valsalva's droid disassembler. I've been slowly working on my achievements, and apparently I have killed enough droids to where now I got an achievement. That's pretty cool. I like that. I didn't realize that was gonna happen. Oh. I'm gonna defeat these prison guards. Let's go. You kidding me? 11? Oh yeah, we're doing this. Let's go. Are these prison guards? Hey, buddy. Come here. Deathfield. So Deathfield puts a bonus dot on them to where whenever I use a damage over time effect, I get 1% of my health back and they take more damage. It's really, really fun. I recommend it. Also, lightning. Just because. Lightning. It's really cool. But yeah, I would recommend Yakuza 0 is one. If you're in the mood for something a little bit more story-based, like, I wouldn't say story-based, but if you're in the mood for something a little lower tech, less stress, Sea of Stars is really, really good. It's its art style was inspired by Chrono Trigger, and it's an amazing game. It's an RPG, so you're gonna have a long story, but it's really, really good. It's also, you don't have to grind for it. It has a whole bunch of different accessibility options to where you can just play through the story and it not be a problem. Like I said, I highly recommend it. I'm trying to think of anything else that's like good that I can think of off the top of my head. Wow, okay, way to get caught in him. Off the top of my head, I'd have to go through my Steam listing, but I could probably find a few things. Especially since you haven't played since 2021. Yeah, there are so many good games. So many good games. There's a lot of bad ones too, like, don't get me wrong. My favorite genre of tweet is when people are like, gaming is dying. It's like, well, what did you play this year? Madden and Call of Duty. It's like, okay, those are good games. Don't get me wrong. People like them. I wouldn't take them away from people. I would say maybe expand your palate a little bit, buddy. You know, there's more than chicken nuggets and french fries out there, buddy. And again, I'm not hating on COD. Let people have fun. Yeah, broaden that horizon. Try some stuff. Hades, by the way. Tars, did you ever play Hades? By any chance? It is a roguelike progression. Hey, Jiggity, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. Jiggity, I was promoted at work. I don't know if you know this, but I was promoted at work, so I feel pretty good. Take a security chest. Then let's just sell trash items.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, you played a ridiculous amount of Hades? Okay, perfect. I was gonna say, Hades 2 came out, and it's really, really good. It's really, really good. Different characters. I still haven't finished all the story. I think they're at their full release now. Check out Kill Knight. 1 second. Where is Steam? Okay. Kill Knight. What is this? It's insane. Oh, it looks like a okay. Looks cool. Interesting. Got a lot of Darkest Dungeon feel. I have to try that out. Oh, like Vampire. Oh, Vampire Survivors is so good. All right, let me just click on this real quick. So, Vampire Survivors, Taurus, I have played for 56.3 hours, and it is so simple, but it is so good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Vampire Survivors was so good. Okay, you didn't like Marvel Rivals? Nothing wrong with that. Oh, the garlic's good. I like the Rune Tracer the most. I like the Rune Tracer. But, yeah, man, try this out. It looks really good. Kill Knight looks really good. Let's wish list that for now. I'll come back to that later. Oh, here we go. Hello, guard captain.
Come on, cough it up. Every name, every date, every
blasted city.
Cattle are in the slaughterhouse now, partner. Don't play dumb.
Oh, that prisoner list.
Excuse me.
While you're in there, mind telling me what became...
Yeah, I know them. Ran off into one of the vaults. You know, setting up some kind of... Now, if you don't mind...
Be my guest.
Do what you will.
Oh, it's... Yeah, the garlic is good, but I like the Rune Tracer, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the Rune Tracer the most. It's my thing. It's my thing. Right now, I'm working on trying to get through my conquest. Wow, I'm only at like 9,000. I have very little conquest. I'm just trying to get through the rest of this and just have as much fun as I can. Take that, heavy restraint droid. And demolish. Anguish. Yeah, I'm running a dock class, so it's just super easy to have that stuff done. Oh, there's so many good games. You know what? Hold on. Let's take a look here at my Steam list here and just see what we got. Did I close Steam? I don't know if I did. We'll find out. Even if I didn't, it's fine. I can open it back up. I don't know. Yeah, pixel art BSAC. It blocked SAC, which was weird. All right, so let's see here. What do we got here that's really good? All right, so let's see. Baldur's Gate 3 came out really in one game of the year. That was really good. If you've never played Bayonetta, Bayonetta's a trip. Let's see. Black Myth Wukong is really good. No, you're good. You're good. It's fine. I know. I understand what context is. Castlevania Dominus Collection is really good. That's a lot of the old, what is it? Nintendo DS versions. Obviously, your Dark Souls. Deadlock was a shooter that Steam released. Let's see. What else do we have here? Guys, by the way, we're helping Taurus with game recommendations because Taurus hasn't really played any games in a while. He just got a PC, so see if anything's great. Elden Ring, of course, is fantastic. If you've not played Elden Ring, I don't know about Turbo Overkill, but we'll get to that in a second. Fallout New Vegas, of course. Probably already played that. Hades 2, Vanquish. Lies of P is great. It's a little hard. So if you've not played Lies of P, it is a little hard, but it's good. Metaphor ReFantazio is like one of the best RPGs I've ever played. Metaphor ReFantazio was so good. How many hours do I have this on record? I'm just okay, 72.3 hours on record. Right? That is, yeah, I can't afford the stress anymore with Soulsborne, Elden Ring. Look, I get it. Especially the Elden Ring DLC. Oh, just your feelings get hurt. I get it. It feels personal. Like, hey, but I will tell you, Metaphor ReFantazio was so good. This was so good. This is basically the best version of Persona. And I like that it doesn't really have any romance in it. There is one scene that's slightly romantic, but it's more cute than romantic. So, Metaphor ReFantazio is amazing. Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. And then we got, let's see what else we have here. Path to Exile 2 is really good. It's currently in early access, but grinding your games is good work. Trying to see what else we have out. Well, it's not the Persona universe. It's like basically, Kev, it's basically the improved version of Persona. So it's not, it follows the same formula, but it iterates on it. It's better. So it's not actually Persona. Sears Sea of Stars. I gotta get back to it. Of course, Shin Megami Tensei. Steel Rising is a really good Souls-like that's easier than the rest, but you play as a robot dancer in revolutionary France. It's really good. It's not as hard as the standard Souls. Space Marine 2. Oh my god, yeah. Space Marine 2 is great. No, do not. WoW right now is in kind of a weird spot and not a good spot. Like, they're working on it, but it's not in a good spot if you don't have hours to dedicate to it. And then, of course, there's always Dark Tide, Warhammer Space Marine 2, which I have. I beat it. I gotta install it back again. Warhammer, of course. Vermintide. Then, of course, there's Yakuza 0. 89.5 hours. So, let me just throw that out there. 89.5 hours. I have played the ever-loving out of Yakuza 0. I like Yakuza 0. And then, of course, Like a Dragon. Yakuza Like a Dragon, I played for 76. And then if we go up to Yakuza, I think it's Infinite Wealth. I think it starts with Infinite Wealth. Or Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Yeah, 73.8. So though I have absolutely munched. Like, the Yakuza series is one of my favorite series of all times. Just absolutely. I love the Yakuza series. And while I'm not saying everybody needs to play it, it's probably not a bad thing that if you do. I've recruited some convicts. Nice. Speed boost! How the hell do I get out of here? You want a low-stress gang? Get a Switch, play Samba de Amigo. Party Central also. Hey, yo, what's up, Zero? Yeah, I mean, that could be low stress. Taurus just got a PC, Zero. So, or just got a PC again after a few years. So I don't know if he's wanting something specifically PC. Low stress MMO, honestly, Taurus, SWOTOR. Right, I would say SWOTOR is pretty low stress. Even because 99% of the game you can do by yourself with a companion, and you get an NPC companion. The rest of it is just that it's fine. Like it's really, you can just live your fantasy, and it's SWTOR's pretty good, to be honest. If you like Star Wars. If you don't like Star Wars, I would go with and you wanted an MMO, I would probably go with Final Fantasy XIV. The hardest part of that game is installing and paying for it. And anyone who plays Final Fantasy XIV will attest to that fact. Like, yeah, I mean, ultimate install. And that's actually an easier way than installing Final Fantasy XI. Final Fantasy XI is a pain. I have friends that literally have not uninstalled the game and keep it updated so that they don't have to reinstall it. Just because Square Enix is like, listen, I don't know what, we do not want to make it easy for anybody to get anything here. So...
Please use all products only as intended.
Oh yeah. Yeah, people play the shit out of that game. Yeah, a lot of people still play. I mean, I think there are still people getting relic weapons. I know there was a stream with Senna Breyer, where she was playing through Final Fantasy XI. And for those who don't know, you don't have to pay 14. There's the trial. You can play up to level 70 in the base game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I usually just sub because, like, I've always subbed to my MMOs that I play. But that being said, Zeru is correct. Or Zeru. His name is complex. But yeah, you can always find stuff. Like, you know, I don't want to put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Let me in. Well, man, I wanted to say hi. Landlady Coldwood's kicking your butt. Hey, it's not a problem. I'm glad that Stream Elements decided to finally let you in, boss. To say hi. I have 14. I think I decently. I love 14. And you can, and Zeru's right. You can play up for free up through Stormblood at literally no restriction. Hey, look at this guy. What do we do this?
Just let me at them.
And for those curious why I have lo-fi instead of the actual game music playing, we get copy struck every time we play the game music. Yeah, I mean ultimate. Oh yeah, Taurus is looking for something low stress. I think ultimates are generally. I mean, I guess you could do a carry on Uwu, which is the actual canonical name of ultimate weapons. Of ultimate weapons refrain. It is Uwu. You can get carried on that. And I got what's crazy is Zeru. I have a friend named Vulpini who is like the number 4th machinist in the world. And every time she starts a new character, she gets a machinist, and she'll walk around as a sprout with like the Alexander, the ultimate Alexander title. And people are like, how the did you get your sprout? And it's just, she just clears it. It's funny. Hey, TDR, what's going on, boss? How you doing? TDR, and since the time you've been here, I got promoted at work. Unless Stressful Games is okay with multiplayer matches because they're over quick and you walk away whenever. Yeah, no. Like I said, like, 14's not stressful at all. I mean, it is. Some people, as you know, are always going to be kind of sweaty and annoying. You're like, dog, it's a leveling dungeon. Relax. If you're so upset, maybe interrupt Final Sting in the Temple of Quarn. DPS. Maybe stun something. DPS. You might be like, Nim, this is a really specific example. Do you have particular feelings about that? Yes, I do. I do have particular feelings about that. I am 100% in my feelings. Yeah, of course. TDR, what's up? What you got, boss? Hopefully, I'll tell you. Hopefully, it's nothing crazy, but even if it is, I'll give you a hand. As best I can. You're a cool dude. Ooh, scavenging. Hey, everybody. Let's hope Kev's feeling better. You know, Kev is Kev got COVID, and it's been a rough time. It's been a rough time. We want to make sure that Kev's doing all right. Deathfield. Affliction. Terror.
I'm an archaeologist, not a fighter.
I know, you say that you're an archaeologist and not a fighter, but I'm gonna make you fight regardless. I'm gonna make you fight, because that's what I like to do. Crush! Let's take a look here and see what we got. Come here, buddy guy. Ooh. More scavenging. 333. We'll take that, and now you're gonna take some damage. Crush! Maybe he's typing away. Sometimes there's varying delays, Zero. So I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I'm always ready. Like, listen, we gotta hop in, we gotta do something. By the way, toast to Zero. This is 18-year-old Scotch, by the way. Hey, it's Kush Marley. Cleavage, what's going on? I'm thinking about enlisting in the Air Force after high school. My mom hates the idea, but I still think it's the right thing to do, you know? Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna throw this out there. First off, your mother, for those who don't know, I served in the military. I was in the Marines, right? My mother hated it as well. And, you know, because she's like, well, my son's gonna die or whatever, and you know, other things there. I'm doing all right. Kush, I'm doing all right. I got promoted at work. Cleavage. So now I'm a lead as opposed to just a drone. I'm a senior drone. But I'm in the middle. Let me catch up with you 1 second. Thank you for your sir. Oh, well, I've been able to say that before. But that's another story. Anyways, let me just throw this out here with TDR. Okay, so TDR, ultimately it is your life to live. Now, that being said, let's lay out some pros and cons. You joining the military will give you a stable, guaranteed employment, a lot of experience, and a lot of gravitas on your resume. There are jobs I've gotten specifically because I was a veteran. Combine that with it being an engineer, I tend to do pretty well, and I always have a thing full of, inbox full of job offers. It's not even Warcraft 3, it's World of Warcraft, Taurus. It's World of Warcraft. But and if you guys want to know about that, we'll tell it once I'm done here. The cons are, obviously, you could be deployed to combat, you could lose your life. You could deal with a lot of stress, and you will deal with a lot of stress. So I just want you to keep that in mind, that you can do your 4 years and get out and have your GI Bill. You can make it a career. But ultimately, if it's something that speaks to you, you should do it while you're young. Because here's the thing, it's only 4 years. You come back, 22, you're in college or university. There you go. And you're rocking it. Now, do I believe that you should, do this to spite your mom? Of course not. You love your parents, you love your mother, you try to be respectful and everything else. But what you should understand is that ultimately you're going to leave her care shortly. Yeah, my buddy retired at 20 years, now he's just a pothead. I mean, that's something there that can happen. But ultimately, TDR, if you have any questions and you want to do a little bit more in deep, we can schedule a talk on the Discord or something, and I can answer any questions from my perspective as being a veteran, and that might help you. But I think that if you want to join the Air Force and you feel a call to service, you should do that. That being said, know that when you get in there, it's going to be worse than what the recruiter said. Now, as for thank you for your cervix, I was working right when I got out of the Marine Corps. I was working as an electronics manager at Walmart. It was Veterans Day, and there was an associate who was working with me, and I mentioned, it's Veterans Day. To be safe, you should sleep with a veteran. And, well, to her credit, she did.
Just set me up.
Dated for a little while. And we'll tell her that no terrorists got to her while we were around. What is that thing? Weird.
300 transistors, 300. Sweet stuff.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, what's this? You bring something juicy? Process will trade for shuttle passes. No, just kidding. We love it here. Some real crazy tech. The droids don't even speak basic.
Are you the ones that call?
You got it. Circle like circuit. Everything's connected. The galaxy is one big mystery. That.
I like this guy.
I'm Zash's apprentice.
That is a yellow
She said
lightsaber at
you
the
would know
moment.
how to
I don't
find
have.
some tech
I'm
for
still
me.
leveling, so I haven't started fully gearing.
Let me just pull it up in the old memory bank. That's some crazy looking diagram. Of course, when we help.
Freakish monstrosities. They won't talk to us.
You're right.
I don't need to take none.
All right. Cost my life stealings to get a basic language chip in my brain. I don't need it fried. This is a state-of-the-art slicing hub in the making. The vault blows up our signal, makes it huge. Unbelievable. But we need a relay to clear us out a spot for our relay and protect it.
Fine.
This is beneath.
You do this for us. The circle.
All right, I'm glad to help. For those who were curious, right, and for those who were curious about when it comes to World of Warcraft causing me to enlist in the military. So I found out my buddy and his wife qualified for the Gary Sinise Foundation to build them an adaptive house because they lost both their arms in IED, and next year so they'll have a house that you can fully function in. Oh, that's amazing. That's fantastic. I mean, I'm sorry, obviously the reason why that is qualified is terrible, but I'm glad that that's something there. Hey, what's up, Words? What's up, Words? I don't know if you know, I was promoted at work, finished my homework, so I am just getting ready to. I'm just doing a little celebration. The hell was this nonsense? I'll answer that later. Anyways, so but I was gonna say that for those who don't know, I originally enlisted in the Marine Corps. My whole family, a lot of my members of my family have been in the military. And I was going to a place called Northgate Mall in Cincinnati, Ohio one day, and I walked from the apartment I was at. It's a bit of a walk. It's not too bad. It was about 10 miles. And so I just walked, and it was fine. I was listening. I remember, listening to music on the way there and all that jazz. And I get to GameStop, and I'm like, I want to buy a copy of World of Warcraft. And so I get there, and I want to do it. They don't have it. So I'm walking my way back, dejected, not thinking that, I should have called to see if they had it. But I walk back. And as I'm walking back, I pass by the Armed Forces Recruiting Center. And I go to knock on the Air Force because my uncle's a colonel in the Air Force. And I was like, I can do the Air Force, that would be something there. And, he's like, the Air Force guy I had to make an appointment to talk to. Well, lo and behold, the Marine recruiter's in. I start talking to the Marine recruiter, and one thing led to another, and I enlisted in the Marine Corps. Yeah. Back in the days when you couldn't grab it online. Oh, God. Honestly, they were the most outgoing of the drug dealers. Because make no mistake, recruiters are drug dealers. Make no mistake about that. Which was funny, words when I was digging people out of the snow, when it snowed 10 to 12 inches around here the other day, I was wearing underneath my jacket, I had the Paladin shirt on. Lawful good doesn't mean lawful nice. And it was just one of those things. Yeah. It's just one of those things, but anyways. That's why I thought it was it's fun. Yeah. Well, Taurus, listen, it came out the year November of the year before I graduated. Oh, what's going on? What's going on with Israel now? Holy shit, I hope they're not committing another genocide. Honestly, I wish we could just have a two-state solution and be done with it.
Just let me at them.
Use economic sanctions and just it's fine. Like, just be done with it. Like, stop genocide. Wait, really? Really? Let me see this. Let me get to a play. Let me get to a play. That is okay. That's that. Look. That's that. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful at that point. I am hopeful at that point. I wanna. Words. Do you have a link to anything about that? Like, I'm genuine. That is some genuine good news. To not, you know, have to deal with, like, look, all political parties and all people, you know, there's a lot of takes out there. I am on the side that is against genocide. If I find out my side, like, if I find out people are pro-genocide, and I don't just mean, like, oh, you not killing, but, like, moving them to erase their culture, that's genocide. There's 5 ways, there's 5 definitions in which genocide can be considered under the UN Charter of Human Rights. And I don't need to go into all of them, I can, but the point is that, you know, we are humans. I'm one of those dirty utopians, right? I think we should be humans together and do stuff and get past Bronze Age mythology. And just work for the betterment of humanity. Dirty utopian that I am. The reason I use dirty utopian is because I occasionally like a drink. Excuse me, please. Yeah, sorry. One of the I had to secure the lid to my PC. I was doing some tinkering and it fell and turned my camera. So hopefully we should be fine here now. There we go. Could you imagine the tech? Yeah. Okay. So let's take a look here real quick. And oh, the Independent. I like the Independent. They do good. They do generally pretty good work. Let's take a look here. And then we're still not quite 100% on that. Let's apologize for the background, but it is what it is. All right, so let's take a look here. Not now. Stormblood. Anyways, okay, here we go. So this was updated 29 minutes ago. Israel-Gaza ceasefire live. Charity hails rare moment of hope as Hamas accepts deal to release hostages. U.S. President Joe Biden says he's deeply satisfied with the people of Israel, hostage families, and innocent people of Gaza. Okay, Wednesday, January 5th at 22:41 Green Minute. Is it Greenwich time? Anyways. So, celebratory gunshots in Beirut. The ceasefire brokered. Hamas accepted a ceasefire deal with Israel, bringing in more than a year of war has ravaged Gaza. After months of negotiation, Islamic Relief humanitarian organization hailed a rare moment of hope after 15 months of unprecedented and relentless atrocities, adding that the big test will be what happens next. Agreed. I agree with that. No. Well, it's Control Z if I want to move it. Okay. We're good now. It's fine. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about the ads at this point. It's not going to bother me. The deal, which began on Sunday, promises to release dozens of hostages held by Hamas and hundreds of Palestinian protesters in Israel, which will allow hundreds of thousands of people displaced in Gaza to return to what remains of their home. Senior Biden administration official credited the presence of President-elect Donald Trump's incoming Middle East envoy, Steve Witkoff, as being critical to reaching an agreement. President Joe Biden said, "I'm deeply satisfied the day has come for the sake of the people of Israel." The sake of people of Israel and families waiting in agony, for the sake of the innocent people in Gaza who suffered unimaginable devastation because of the war. The 3-phase deal will give the full and complete ceasefire, withdrawal of Israeli forces from populated areas, and the release of number of hostages held by Hamas, including women and elderly and the wounded, over 6 weeks, Mr. Biden said. Then 31 minutes ago, we welcome the ceasefire. Ceasefire shifted approach. Okay, so honestly, guys, look, that's hopeful. That's actually hopeful. You know, that's one of those things that I am glad to hear about, right? And I hope that this year has more of that, just because. I mean, think about it, right? An intractable conflict, you know, is at least on the verge of being somewhat, I'm not going to say solved, but at least mitigated. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I hope it lasts too. I'm not, I'm gonna, if people agree to a ceasefire, I'm gonna treat it as if it's, in good faith, and then go from there. But, it's just one of those things that right now we need to focus. I would say the best thing I think, that's not UNICEF. Amnesty International does a lot of work. So if you have if you feel like doing charity work, you can always donate to Amnesty International. Yeah, also the International Red Cross does a lot of work in Gaza. Problem is there's it's not exactly a paucity of misery around here. There's more than enough to go around, sadly. Still though, take a win where we can get one, right? Take a win where we can get one. So for those who are new here or haven't been here for a while, we don't shy away from political topics on this stream. Because I'm playing Star Wars. Famously apolitical, according to a certain segment of YouTube. That section of YouTube should not be listened to. I guess I'll fight you guys.
Desist by order of the Imperial Reclamation Service.
Desist. I love that. That's great. That guy's cool. He's an archaeologist. That's why I have him fighting with me. He's one of my favorite characters. He literally gets excited about cracking into tombs. I like that guy. I think he's the most light side companion for a Sith, and I actually really like him as a character. He's a lieutenant in this Imperial Reclamation Service. You pick him up on Hoth. Well, I gotta get back to work. Grats, thank you. This is staggeringly handsome. Sith Sorcerer. Take care, Cleavage. Be safe and enjoy the rest of your day as best you can. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out. Yeah, look, they're great names. They're great names. I enjoy your political talk because I respect you a lot. We have pretty different views, but you've, well, yeah. Taurus, it's one of those things. I'm good at what I do, right? And it's not necessarily about amicability. It comes down to, let's say first principles, Taurus. So I'll give you an exercise if I haven't already done it. If we've done this exercise before, let me know. But Taurus, what percentage of people, or in a raw number, how many people do you think should starve to death in the street every night? Okay, that's fine. That's your answer. 0 is fine. Okay, this is a thought exercise. This is what we call, this is a bridging exercise, because America is very politically divided, right? And so this is a bridging exercise. This is why I start like this.
I still remember some of my combat training.
How many ever are okay? So you are okay with some percentage starving to death. Okay. That's a thing. I personally generally don't think anyone should starve to death, because if your crime is to be punished, your crime is being locked up, right? It's one of the reasons why we have prisoner rights. Yeah. Or bring people over to the other side. Because the destination for a bridge is not the middle of the bridge. The destination is on either side of the bridge. So you have to. I believe I'm a fan of restorative justice. So when it comes to certain things, what I will say is that I tend to think that we should have universal programs that feed, house, and educate people. Just by default. We should just have that. And if you want to pay for a private education, go for it. You want to do a homeschool education, and you have the ability to do that, go for it. Well, I've seen a lot of darkness in my time, and I intentionally choose to look for the light. It's kind of how that goes for me. That being said, I understand not everybody's journey is mine. I try to bring people over where I can. So, the answer for this is that if we eliminate needs, all that's left are wants. And people go after their wants very strongly. Needs are important. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, no. Well, that's what you are correct. You are correct. You don't need to believe it. It's just been backed up by decades. The less you punish people, less likely they are to recommit crimes. It's one of the reasons why Norway has the lowest recidivism rate in the world. And while that's a little bit simplified words, in essence, you are correct, because there's a whole bunch of different studies on that particular topic. But Norway does have the lowest recidivism rate in the world. Yeah, I understand. I'm making sure I'm trying to talk to everybody. The problem is many complain it's too much spending. Okay, well, we have the money. What are we going to spend it on? That's the question. What do we spend it on? Right? Because it's going to get spent. It's there. It's going to get used. What do we use it on? Oh, thank you. Well, brevity is a natural weakness of mine. I don't have it. But, so what are we going to spend on? We're going to spend on more missiles to blow things up? I will tell you this. If I kick in your door with a shotgun to your house, you're probably not going to like me. So, do we spend it on arms? Well, at some level, yes, we do need a military. You have to have enough for self-defense. But what about infrastructure? Do we spend it on infrastructure? Okay, at some level, yes, we need infrastructure. Taurus specifically would say, hey, Delaware needs more infrastructure, because it's not great. Do we spend it on research and development for new technologies? Well, yeah, that's how we create new jobs. Should we spend it on wealthy people who already have more than they could possibly spend in their lifetime? Now, here's where I'm going to, really veer off to the left and say no. No, I actually think there should be a maximum wage, a maximum amount of wealth that you can have. If less people are in jail, less money is spent, more people are paying taxes, which brings in more money. I don't think anyone who preys on children can be rehabilitated. It's like saying praying will be attract. Are you talking about conversion therapy, Taurus? I think that, so you can take paraphilias can be cured generally through therapy, and paraphilias can be cured through therapy and medication. That being said, that's something that is a topic that a lot of people have a lot of strong feelings about, because of the fact that it's such a delicate topic. It's one of the reasons why I have a real big beef with the American Libertarian Party, because they often are like, well, what if a child consents? And it's like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, because children can't, and they have to stay. It's a whole thing with American libertarians. Not all libertarians, but definitely some vocal minority on the internet. And somebody like, but Nim, they're just trolling you. Okay, I don't have time to play into your edgy politics. I just to correctly assume you're a bad person and move on. It's that simple. I agree they shouldn't be, but statistically reality, if you give people the opportunity to rehabilitate, the frequency of crime does go down. Even if we don't like it, does save more children. Yeah, and again, words mentions, if you're just strictly thinking economic, it costs $77,000 on average to fully incarcerate somebody in the United States. That is more than a year of tuition at a state school, specifically the one I go to, University of Cincinnati. It would be literally less expensive to send that person to college. Now, here's the thing. Am I saying that Johnny the Axe Murderer should go take, Econ 101 and have extracurricular activities involving axes? No, there's a certain percentage of the population that is what we'll call TFG, too far gone. Jeffrey Dahmer was part of that. But the reason why we know Jeffrey Dahmer and not Person X is because Jeffrey Dahmer really took it to that next level where it's like, dog, you can't be out here. You just can't. Stay in the box. And again, I'm not a fan of lethal punish of the death penalty, because in America, 1 in 25 that we execute are innocent. And we can unlock somebody. We can't res anybody. I've looked into it. At no level do we get battle res. So, or even out of combat res. So it's one of those things. Ultimately, I like to avoid going to emotional extremes in arguments, and the reason for that is because then we can get to the principle instead of dealing with the edge case. Yeah, no, I can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. You can still hear me, right? I saw my Okay, perfect. Yeah, I would say private prisons is that's another topic, but we can go with perfect. Thank you. So I want to make sure yeah. So that was when it updated. I hit my mute when I was sneezing. So and then I moved stuff, so we're good though. Anyways, so as we think, let's see, where was yeah, do save more children. I forget where I was when I was sneezing. But Taurus brings up a good point, is that there's a private prison industry in America. And in fact, in the state that I'm in, Ohio, there was a Kids for Cash scandal where a judge was actually sentencing children to harsher sentences and receiving cash kickbacks. Now that type of crime is so corrupt that I'm almost on the side of the death penalty. I'm not quite there yet, but that level of corruption is what it is, because when you subvert the actual levers of justice, that means that you have essentially infected all of a system that I believe in, and we have to really treat that very zealously. I'm not a fan of corruption at all. Same thing where there's this really weird concept, we'll call it the inverse reaction to amount of harm, right? So if somebody goes in and bam, knocks over a liquor store, right, and steals a little whiskey. Speaking of which, steals a little whiskey. I bought this. Anyways, I steal a little whiskey, right? The police get a sketch. The sketch goes out. Hey, we got a robber out there. Let's lock him up. Throw away the key. 15 years, right? But if I run a hedge fund and I make risky bets and lose a bunch of people money but made my shareholders wealthy, they put me on CNBC for my bold business and innovative strategy. Just fraud. Torres, I had an entire discussion about this on Threads. The Democratic criminal acts of the 90s led to mass incarceration. Started with Reagan, by the way. That led to millions of people being jailed for minor misdemeanors, effectively turned the prison system into a for-profit slavery racket. That started with Reagan. When actually technically started with Nixon, or I can go even back further, with the establishment of the 13th Amendment, where in my country, slavery is legal except for as punishment for the conviction of a crime. So, yeah. But Reagan really supercharged that. Nixon started with the politics of law and order, then that went into Reagan, and then, of course, because the Democrats in the 80s got absolutely mollywopped, here comes Bill Clinton with his new third-way Democrat, and it was just like 3 strikes law. Sure, but Bill Clinton and Biden, oh, absolutely. Biden signed the crime bill, which is why when Jadakiss says, and why do we have to serve 85% of our time? That was Joe Biden in the 94 crime bill. I was alive for that. Do you believe that you have these views because your country privilege allow you to have these views? No. Yeah, so did Hillary. Honestly, no, because the thing is if you were to track the trajectory of my life, I would not end up statistically where I'm at. And the reason why is because I started off my life in a high crime, high violence area. Yes, I was educated, or yes, I'm intelligent, but my family decided to really focus in on that education and put my nose to the grindstone. How many parents really do that? You could argue, And then, of course, I ended up in my teenage years hanging out with a bunch of felons. And then, in order to get away from that, I enlisted in the Marine Corps. And then I got out and I kept educating myself. For instance, do you think I would have these views if I was born in Syria? Well, probably not the exact same views, but I think that my general inclination, at least in my soul, as I like it, I'm a pretty progressive type guy. Now, the one thing you do want to mention there, Taurus, is that if the society is open enough to allow conversation, you tend to have things bloom. No outsider organization or outside the mainstream stance, practice, whatever, can enter the mainstream without support from the mainstream. It's one of the reasons why in America we have the Overton window shifting more and more to the right. For those who are curious, the Overton window, think of it as the acceptable discourse on any topic. But me, as I am, yeah, as I am right now, we're all built from experience. It's hard to know what one might come from different experience. Yeah, for example, if I wasn't violently abused as a child, would I be the same person that I am now? That's a good question. Wow, this music really called Sultry Forest. I don't like that. That's 1 second here. I want something a little bit different. Sultry Forest. Yeah, it was a little sadder. That's what it says. I was like, oh God. Anyways, it is hard. It's one of history's greatest mysteries. What would if we rewound the tape and ran it back? Would I be the same person that I am now? It's a good question. Probably not, because I've made a whole bunch of choices. But I like where I'm at personally. And I think I'm a pretty zealous advocate for what I believe in. I'm a strong believer in you are your environment. For instance, you're a cannibalistic tribe and that's all you knew. You wouldn't think that eating people is wrong. So that's a nature or a nurture argument, which you're not incorrect, but I don't think that we're quite so deterministic, right? I just don't, because how do you account for free will, right? That's why I believe pets deserve to be starved to death, because of my childhood experiences. Listen, so here's the thing, right? We have an amendment called cruel and unusual punishment, like the 8th Amendment, a prohibition against cruel and unusual punishment. Taurus. The reason why we don't let the victim choose the punishment is because it would violate that moral standard, which is we should do the punishment with the least amount of harm in order to maintain a moral high ground. Right? There are people who have harmed me pretty fundamentally in my life. And while I would like to absolutely brass knuckle them until I'm tired, at times, the better angels of our nature means that we should acknowledge that and let the system punish as it is. Right? And I'm not saying this to invalidate any hurt or any pain, because that's real. That's what you experienced. But I'm going to tell you, holding on to anger is like holding on to a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You might hit that motherfucker, but you still got burned hands. And if you're always walking around with burned hands, you might want to ask yourself, why do I always got these burned hands? I should know something about having trouble letting go. I do have a lot of trouble letting go, and I've been working on it, personally. That being said, I always like to know the stories of victims. I don't disagree with you necessarily, Taurus, but if it reduces frequency, it reduces frequency, causing that could weaponize more dangerous people to react. Yeah, so it's sadly, in the statistics are made up of people's experiences, and sadly, some people's experiences are very, to be honest, very polarizing. 1 second, let me go back to Lord, wherever his name is. All right. As a father, anything happened to my son, there would be no trial. They would be dead, and I would enjoy the prison time. And again, that's the personal connection, right? that is the individual, that's not a good policy decision. That's a personal decision that you make. And while I hope that never happens, for the love of God, I hope that never happens. You know, no one's gonna blame you for it. But it's one of those things that you wouldn't want to build a society based on vengeance like that, because then you get those blood feuds that happened back in the Middle Ages, where it's like, oh, there's the brother of the person that killed my brother. Guess I better kill him. Well, he wasn't even born yet. Yeah, but you know, family business. Clunk. And then we just keep starting. At some level, violence has to stop. And if it stops with incarceration, you know, look, American prisons are like some of the worst in the world. No. So our most political views created from a personal view, I'm sure, so no is a little too simplistic. Sure, it's a personal view that is then refined, that is then tempered. Because I'll give you an example. In my example, nobody should starve to death. Okay, Nim, does that mean everybody gets filet mignon once a day or 3 times a day? You said everybody shouldn't starve to death, Nim, and you wouldn't want to be a hypocrite. The answer is no. No, that's not feasible. We create a sustainable solution to hunger. We don't necessarily give everybody gourmet food. Yeah, and then the reason we have a multi-party system is so different views can find a compromise in the middle, or at least find the thing that's least objectionable to everybody. That's how that works. So I would say that, you know, it's compromise. There's nothing wrong with compromise in a situation. You want to not compromise yourself, and if you always have to find yourself having to compromise, then that may not be a place you want to be. Let me. I just want to throw something up here real quick. Let me see if I can find this. See if I can find this real quick. Okay, I should. Okay, let's let. Does anybody? Okay. Here we go. This is what we're gonna put. I'm gonna put this up on screen here real quick. This is what's known as Karl Popper and the paradox of tolerance. I want to throw this out here for those who are unfamiliar. For those who are familiar, please, forgive the 101 course. If we start letting one group die, let's say no one extend their reach and let another group and another. Yeah, first they came for the person, but here we go. So here we go. The paradox of tolerance. Should a tolerant society tolerate intolerance? You want more tolerance? Respect my ideas. The answer is no. It's a paradox, but unlimited tolerance can lead to the extinction of tolerance. When we extend tolerance to those who are openly intolerant, the tolerant ones end up being destroyed and tolerance with them. Any movement that preaches intolerance and persecution must be outside the law. As paradoxical as it seems, defending tolerance requires us to not tolerate the intolerant. And that's, of course, from The Open Society and Its Enemies by Karl R. Popper, a philosopher. And then, of course, there's one other thing here. Let me go to first they came. There we go. For those who are familiar, let's do this here real quick. Open this up here, just in case. Since we're deep on the social commentary, figure we might as well. And that is me on Reddit. First, I don't vote in federal elections because I can't relate or agree with the majority views on both sides of the bipartisan divide. That's fine. If you don't, I will say you can exercise that right. What I'm gonna say, Taurus, is that you should probably vote in at least in local elections, because those are at least closer to what you might believe in. So first they came for the Jews. First they came for the Jews, and I didn't speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. Pastor Niemoller, January. I don't know exactly when they did that, but I just wanted to throw that out there. That's the first they came for. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind with things like this. Is that ultimately you want to look at what people's goals are, right? You know, there's this idea that two sides are equal, and that idea is a fallacy. Because the last real left-wing terrorism, we'll say, was the Weather Underground in the 1970s. Huh, seems like my sound in my game isn't... Let's see here. Oh, he's got a slave collar on. That's not good. This Belsalvis is a private prison planet, funny enough. And I think it's one of the worst things the Republic does. Literally. This whole planet, literally, if you are sent here, your family carries out your sentence. I think it's one of the worst things the Republic does. If not the worst thing. Well, I mean, I would look at what are they extreme about, right? That's where I look at stuff. What are you extreme about? If you are an extremist about, I want to teach children how to read. Okay. I don't think that's all that objectionable. Or are you an extremist? You know, I always like to look, because it's one of these things like, there's this thing where it's like, help, I'm being censored for my views. Oh, what views exactly? Tell me the views. Tell me the views, because I have people occasionally tell to me on Twitter or other things like, oh, I'm being, my views aren't popular, I'm being censored, or I'm being silenced for them. And it's like, oh, really, are you? What exact views are they? Tell me. And, oftentimes when I get that far, people tend not to respond. Now, Taurus, obviously that's not you. I don't believe that's you. What I'm saying is that I sometimes have to deal with what we'll call disingenuous actors. But I always like to look at the individual policies, right? Labels are cheap and easy. Anybody can call anybody anything, right? Actions and deeply held policies and acted on beliefs are going to determine things. For example, if Words was illiterate, I don't know that we could call him Words. I guess we'd call him Scribbles at that point, which would be a fun alter ego. Keep that in mind. That's his barbarian character now. Scribbles. Or Squiggles. We can do Squiggles too. Like, oh, it's Squiggles. Yeah. And Words, if I remember correctly, in Ireland, there are a multitude of political parties, not just the two big ones like we have in the States, where we have a duopoly. Where am I gonna go next? There's like 6 or 7. There's no conservative parties, just parties with different ideas of how to be progressive. Well, that's certainly one thing to do. Anyone can register to be a TD senator. Okay. Cool. That's cool. I like that. I like that anyone can register. Hell, there's that old, somebody asked a question. Is it even I will say very impressed how much the Democratic Party, how much the Democratic Party has flipped political views from, let's say, 1964. Yeah, so, so, here's the thing. Do you know what happened in 1968? In terms of policy? Your uncle down the street can be just easily become represented as some business guy because lobbying is basically non-existent. Oh, wouldn't that be a great time? Wouldn't that be a great time? That would be an excellent, excellent time. You can't do, wow. More than 250 pounds. Damn. So either I can't be corrupt or I have to be very cheap to corrupt. Honestly, in this economy, We're really looking for value for our pound. Value for our euro when it comes to corruption. I'll take the cheap. I know. You kid. No. So in 1968, there was something that happened known as a political realignment. So what had happened was, after Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act in 1965 and the Voting Rights Act in 1964, they were said you're going to lose the South for a generation. The Dixiecrats then were taken by the Republicans. Hey, there you go, Zara. You got it in one. Good job, buddy. And so the idea is that the parties, as Zara said, parties essentially flipped. So that's where we get that what happens, and that's why you'll see people like Dinesh D'Souza, convicted felon Dinesh D'Souza, make an entire career out of not understanding that a political realignment happened, or like Jeffrey Sachs will be like, oh, the Democrats created the KKK, and it's like, yes, and in 1968 the parties flipped. It's called a political realignment. It happened in 1968. In fact, if you really want to see some fun stuff, one of my favorite authors ever, a gentleman by the name of Gore Vidal, has a debate with William F. Buckley in 1968, calls him a crypto-fascist on NBC. No, it's 1964 was when the Voting Rights Act passed. But the 1968 is when it showed, because that was when the next election was. Or no, I think there was a convention. But it's with Johnson signing the Voting Rights and Civil Rights Act. They said we'd lost the South for a generation. Then, of course, after that, you have the Southern strategy. Now, this one we're gonna pull. If anybody here besides me knows the Southern strategy, feel free to chime in, because there is a certain word that I am not gonna be able to say, but you can understand it by an interview with Lee Atwater, published in Rolling Stone. And he says a word that I'm not gonna say, because quite frankly, there's no place in my vocabulary for it. It just comes from hate. Yeah, the Democratic National Convention happened in Chicago. No, your part, that's not pointless at all. That leads to understanding. Here's the thing, Taurus. Yo, what's up, Mittens? We're having politics and Star Wars. A lot of good times. But it's not pointless. The thing is, people too often have short memories. And, if you have a short memory, then it's easy to take advantage of you. I like having a long memory. Makes it much harder for somebody to tell me something, or convince me that something didn't happen. It's like, I seem to remember a certain thing or two. Just a certain thing or two. So that's kind of my thing. So no, don't remembering facts are important. Even if they seem trivial or not all that important at certain points, it's good to know. But what's up with you, Mittens? Oh, by the way, Mittens, I was promoted at work. I'm finding out how bad I like finding out how bad our government is. My family thinks I'm crazy, but hey, I don't trust the U.S. government. I trust the U.S. government to act in what it considers in its hegemonic interest, right? That's what I trust it to act in its hegemonic interest. Some people will try to do it softly. Some people will try to do it hard. But I trust it to act in its interest of being something, to continue its power. That being said, there was a ceasefire, Mittens. That wild remark, I don't know if it was LBJ specifically who said it, but let me see here. 1 second, please. Let's see. We lost the South for a generation. Oh, we may have lost the South. So he said we may have lost the South for a generation. So the Guardian, let's see, when did he say that specifically? Told an aide after he signed the Civil Rights Act. From the CapitolResearchCenter.org. So let's pull this up here. Or if he'd only said it. Now, you know, of course, Johnson didn't say that. Examine more 100 uses of that quote, going back to what seems first appearance in 2002 as an indirect quote, 40 years after Johnson said it, to Johnson's aide, Bill Moyers. But no one writer or commentator used quotes. Okay. Yet it's part of left-wing gospel. Okay, whatever, dude. I mean, it's possible. Yeah, the Civil Rights Act. Details aren't story's too good to check. Okay. So I don't know that this is I don't know that I would call this a reliable thing, but I'm curious. You know, could be it could he says it didn't happen. I'm curious. We'll find out. Let's do a little bit more research. What do you say? So national remarks. So here we have the president and civil rights from the White House. Oh, I don't know that one. That one I don't know. That wouldn't surprise me. Johnson was known to be a little corrupt. In fact, there's a photo of, let me see, Johnson. Let me see if I can find this real quick. It's Johnson photo with mailbox. Johnson photo with mailbox. President. Photo with box 13. Box 13. Yeah, here it is. Really like Dan Patrick, but this is actually a thing. So this is a photo of Johnson. And that election, while they can't say that it was stolen, that election definitely had some problems with it. So I don't know that they can say it was stolen by Dan Patrick, but that election, historians have wondered about its authenticity, and that ultimately gave Johnson his first leg up into politics. Though he did start the Great Society program, which I'm a big fan of. So, you know, what are you gonna do? Still, not a big fan. I can't conclusively prove, and no one has been able to conclusively prove that it was there was any problems with the election other than speculation. But, you know, that photo doesn't exactly look great. If you can find the source of them, the 200 years thing, let me know. I'm curious about that. Because I've not heard that particular quote. But, you know, people say out-of-pocket things all the fucking time. All the time. Anyways, Words, are you feeling any better, buddy? I know that you were not feeling well earlier in the week. Where the hell is this thing at? My brain doesn't feel like it's buried underwater anymore, so that's a good start. Yeah, I should hope not. Burial at sea is a British thing. I had to spend about $560 today. Tells that to the 2 legend boats sank off the coast of my town. Oh, that's funny. That's very, very funny. One of them was called the Titanic. I might have heard of it. Yeah, I might have. I remember you mentioning that. That's very, very funny. I like that. I find that very funny. That, you know, the Titanic itself was the one that sank off the coast of Words' place. That's very, very funny. I don't know why I'm lagging so much. Started stuttering. That's weird. Oh well. Like I'm watching it stutter. It's probably it started happening after I did some things with my Go XLR. I think it usually happens while I'm. The hell? Okay, there we go. Yeah. A little bit of lag in there. Whole lot of lagging I'm dragging. Alright, let's see here. Ooh, destroy Republic droids. I'll take that. I'll take that bet. Another 3. Plus, this will give me a decent amount of experience. A decent amount of experience. Let's go, suppressor droids. Ah, what a good time. So, Mittens, how goes the work in your characters? I've been working on my main has been, yeah, we're 339, so I'm working on trying to get more resources to basically get a belt turn this Ricotta belt into a 340 so I can break it down and have access to purple augments. I did sell a lightsaber for 108 million credits, which is pretty cool. Got an achievement for it called Very Wealthy. Which, I mean, yeah, I kind of agree at that point. I kind of agree. If you're going to be like... Thanks, Mecha Security Droid. You're awesome. I'm going to kill more droids! Or destroy more droids. You can't really kill... They're not organic. They don't die. They just get destroyed. Oh, yeah. That's one of those things. Come here, buddy. Domination droid! Republic droids. Let's pick that up. Hey, there we go. Nice. Crew skill harvesting. You love to see it. You do love to see it. So, for those who are curious, basically the goal of every week is to get 100,000 conquest on as many characters that are above 75 or higher. And the reason why I say that is because those will give you tech frags, and so I literally got 1,500 free tech frags when I started my weekly, which, seeing as how I need 6,500 for my upgrades on my main, it's nice. And then I keep earning stuff doing them with other characters. So I am very, very happy with that. It's very alt friendly because once I get my main geared, okay, I'm good. Then I can start my next character. Take that. The other submarine was called the Lusitania. It was directly responsible for the U.S. getting involved in a little event called World War I. Wow, that's cool latency right there, friends. Some cool latency. Love it. The sinking of the Lusitania. Yeah, you do have quite the history. I love it. I don't like that it had the, had all of the sadness that attached to it, but I think that, it gives a proper gravitas. Welcome to Cobb. Enjoy all the people that died here. Take your pick. There's a bunch. Oh, that's one of those things. Let's keep doing this. And I actually got earlier in the stream I got the achievement for Renowned Scavenger. So what are my achievements at right now? Make Cove. Yeah, I got Renowned Scavenger. So I'm at 84-30, which isn't too bad, seeing as I haven't really had a chance to play too much recently, or at least not in the past few days. I've just been, I had a terrible head cold. I had a just absolute terrible head cold, or chest cold or whatever. I was congested. It was bad. I slept on Monday. I slept 19 hours. Like it was bad. Like I'd get up. I would get up for an hour and then just go to bed for like 4. It was not a good time. Now there's this big entity on Belsalvis called the World Raiser that we, well, as a character, as all of my good characters, I've locked him away. But as my evil character, I'll probably let him go. Because the Burning Way is what, you basically seal him with magma and lava. And that supposedly keeps him locked away for eons. But, I don't know. Ooh, I only need one more droid. Nice. I only need one more droid. If you guys are hanging out with me, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I know I don't stream as much as I used to. And that's because of class. Like, I'll be honest with you. I enjoy streaming less than I did before, but this was a really fun one because I got to do some politics and talk to some friends. It was a good time. It was a good time. Come here, mecha security droid. Crush. Force lightning. Crush. Death field. And he's dead. Well, he's... that's a monstrous droid. I'll tell you what, that's a monstrous droid. These things are huge. Come here, mecha security droid. Give me my stuff. Where is the Ricotta machine? Oh, I guess we're fighting. Analysis? Oh, I don't want to have to hurt the little astromech. It's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. He didn't do anything. I mean, him, personally, astromechs aren't helpless, but... he's a little guy. Ah, here we go. Interesting. Yeah, that is a face. It's definitely a face. He's a pureblood Sith. Yeah, no, you wouldn't be, you're not able to hear the game at all because I think the audio drivers crashed. 1 second. Let me load it. Let me load it back up. Yeah. Game's having some bugs. Yep, game's having some bugs. Yep, there it is. It was basically operating. It was limping along. I'll be right. 1 second. Let me do this here real quick. Let's go to Star Wars. Oh. There we go. We're back. I just keep my generally I just keep the login stuff hidden a little bit more. Let's try again. Hopefully, I mean, yeah, that was a hell of a sneeze. It was 3 of them. I really was like, pop, pop, pop. Except it was more like, achoo. Here we go.
When you have a moment,
There we go.
can we talk?
Absolutely, boss. Let's head back to the personal transport. Let's head back to the personal transport and see what you got, boss. Maybe I might be able to help you. So we did hiding boxes already. So tomorrow I'll probably work on getting, like, this guy's almost done. Like,
Greetings, Master.
could on that is, oh, that would be funny if I was
Smell the difference.
if I was juvenile enough. That's funny. Apparently, there's no proof of him saying that. Closest thing I found is say it wouldn't be out of character. Say it for the simple reason that he used. Yep. I mean, look, it is what it is. People back then used that word.
Thank you again for having me along. I'm honored to work with someone of your expertise.
I like Talos.
The archaeological pursuits of the Sith and Empire have been separate for too long. It is our common history. We have a shared duty to unearth it.
I think we'll get along.
Sith rarely seek knowledge for its own sake. Your purity is refreshing.
I wouldn't consider myself purer than anyone else in my line of work. I'm honored to do what I do. From the depths of the ground, history calls us to save it from obscurity. I do my best to answer that call. I can tell you do the same. You remind me of my old mentor, Orsilio Gan.
You'd mentioned him before.
He was the one who discovered something about Nagasado's secret apprentice.
Advanced archaeology 100 years. No detail ever escaped.
Monk ability, sneeze force, 1 kinesis. Push your character 5 feet in any direction to the force of your own sneezes.
Say in the service, the dead aren't getting any younger.
I like this guy. I like Talos a lot. The dead.
Explain this to me. The tomb of Naga Sadao on Korriban was built by Tulak Horde before Naga Sadao was even born?
Yeah, he was planning ahead.
That's where you found the Deshard Shadow Killer? And when your master tried to steal your body, you used the artifacts of Tulak Horde to put her being into this Deshard?
Well, I mean, Johnson, there is a source of Johnson using certain words all the time. One of them is that.
You forgot the part where I received aid from my long-dead ancestor who was...
Kalik. He was one of the most powerful Sith Lords of his time. To think how the Empire might have been different if he had killed... Darth Zash and I have been talking. Well, when she's around. I would love to speak more with Kemval, but I don't think he likes me.
I'm sure he'll come around.
Being locked in stasis.
Yeah, and that's why Taurus is just being like, well, we can't verify too much. So it's one of those things that may be one of history's mysteries.
A few social pointers.
I wouldn't.
I would leave him alone if I were you.
Nonsense. Well, the monsters I have encountered in the dark corners of tombs make Kemval look positively civilized.
Oh, that's creepy.
I understand you inherited quite the archive from...
Certainly.
I would love to show it to you.
Excellent.
Yeah, I like this guy. I really like this guy. The fact that all of these companions are voice acted is amazing.
Why am I asking? How is it you became Sith, my lord? The process is...
Just have to scan through entire LGB tapes and the word was used more times than I can count. Wow.
Sensitive. Darth Ma came and took him to Korriban, but we didn't hear from him again after that. Ungrateful little rat thinks he's too good for us now, my father said. But really, I think he just missed him.
I'm gonna be...
If I ever run into your brother, I'll let you know.
Oh, it's all right. We didn't really get along anyway. He was always faster and stronger, and he usually had a stick in his hand. Father always wanted one son in the Sith and one in the military. Admittedly, the Imperial Reclamation Service wasn't his first choice, but after all the cursing stopped, I think he warmed up to the idea.
Why was he so angry?
What did your father have against the Imperial Reclamation Service?
Probably not proper military.
Drillix are a proud family line, and my father is simply the proudest of the lot. The Imperial Reclamation Service shows up the Empire's foundations.
I'm being nice to this guy. I like this guy.
That threatens our history. I'd like
Yo, what's up, Jet Set Radium Future?
Of a 3,000-year-old Sith Lord with nothing but rocks and a dead language.
That's a noble.
I have always believed that knowledge will ultimately win out over the lightsaber and the blaster.
That's how you get essence transfer.
Thank you, my lord.
That's how you get Tutaminis. That's how you get Force Storm. That's how you get Force Crush. That's how you get all the things, is knowledge. A lightsaber's great, don't get me wrong. You need to know how to use a lightsaber or a blaster or thermal detonators. You know, you need to know how to do that, but, you know, that's how you do stuff.
You'll never believe what I...
What is it?
Is it some kind of...
This is the tooth of a 4,000
That's how you get Force skin.
proto-rancor. But look, see this? It's some kind of metal. Not cortosis, but very similar.
Oh, cortosis.
This rancor was tamed.
That's important.
It was my very first discovery. I thought I'd lost it when I fell into an old tomb a couple of digs ago. It turned out it was caught in the lining of my pocket.
Let's see. You were my new best friend just for that username. Warrior's best, but I love Sentinels. Sentinel's my favorite. Okay. I'm enjoying the Sith Inquisitor a lot.
On Korriban, I pulled an artifact from an ancient hop.
You mean from the pyramid and the tomb of Mark Aragnos?
I just zapped it.
It was painfully obvious, really.
You know, there's a theory in the archaeological world that certain ancient
Sork, yeah, Sork is awesome.
Holocrons especially.
Jet Set Radio! Oh, by the way, it's on Steam. I have it.
Just as only Sith can activate
and they're doing Sega's rebooting Jet Set Radio.
Activated by certain Sith bloodlines. Well, most archaeologists reject it as unscientific. But there's so much about the galaxy we don't understand. Who am I to say what's scientific?
Do you know? Yeah. Oh, it's one of the. It's so good.
Have you
it's
worked with
so
many Sith
good.
in the past?
Never closely. Usually in a for-hire arrangement.
I don't know. I think they're reviving the IP, Jet Set. From what I understand, there was like 12 old IPs that they're just like reviving, and Crazy Taxi, and Golden Axe, and Shinobi. Come on, let's go. Oh, it'll be great. I honestly can't wait. I honestly cannot wait. It would be fantastic. Oh, I love Jet Set Radio. I love Jet Set Radio. Yes, I remember Jet Set Radio. I got it. I had it for Dreamcast, and it was fantastic. It was the best. I loved it. Oh, I remember, you know, just the guy. I remember the guy was the detective, and he had the real long like hair that was out, and he, you know, had a gun. He'd tag his back, and he'd like slow down for a while, and then you had you know, you get Jet Cube and Combo. Mew, Garm, Beat, bump, 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 bump. Oh, it was great. Professor K. Oh man, it was what a good you create. Funny enough, so one of the designs I have. Let me see here. I think it's gear. Quest? No. Nice armor? I don't know, honestly. I think it's Outlander is what it's called. Outlander. So it's the 270 stuff. 270, 220. Got it back in a van at a gas station. If only PlayStation 1 games can be burned a dream. This I'm trying to see if I can figure out what this is. This is okay, one second. There we go. See new messages. Here we go. I want to check some. Let's go. Gear, maybe equipment. I don't remember exactly what the thing is for that. That's a shame. If I remember what it was, it's I had a shop years and years ago, and I obviously don't use it anymore. So that's one of those things. But whatever. There was a design that I had done. In a graffiti style. It said certified hero, and it was done in a graffiti style font. I think I wonder if I still have it. Let's see. go to downloads. View. It'll be down towards the bottom, I think. Let's see. Gotta find this. Like, so there's a whole lot of stuff. Jet Set Radio, Gotham City Racing, for all reasons. Oh, I love Jet Set Radio Future. It was so good. It was so good. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Let me open this up here real quick. There it is. So yeah, check that out. It's one of the pieces, one of the art. I gotta redo. I gotta re-upload a store or something if I ever decided to do that again. But that's one of those pieces. Certified hero. And then on the back, Nimicry. Yeah, that was done by Epiphany, the same person who did Sunshine Fever. You know, she doesn't talk to me so much anymore, but, you know, I don't know if I don't know if it just happened due to circumstance or whatever, but, you know, I hope she's doing all right. It's part of the fallout with Roxanne, and I'll be honest with you, like I said, I hope she's doing all right. On the 17th is when we should have, yeah, no, I understand that. I'm gonna see what, so the guy who did the Paladin artwork, I had paid to see if he could, you know, do something, make it more Yakuza style, while keeping the similar, less cartoony, more serious. We'll see what happens, and if not, we'll just use the thing that you had done. Either way, but the thing is, I already paid him, so we'll see what happens. But Cap's good. Cap's a really good artist. I like Cap. And people are like, Nim, why you paid the artist for? Yeah, I wanted to lock it down because I do this thing where when people do art for me, or work for me, I pay them. It's a really cool thing. I recommend more people do it, to be quite honest. Also, it was very funny as I put something on Twitter about how Tombstone solved the gear problem in MMOs, and a lot of people, I was like, I wish WoW had a system like that, and I got like 4 or 5 people telling me like, you know, WoW had that, right? And it's like, yes, I am aware. I was, and you know, so I do the Aslan gif. Do not cite the deep magics to me, which I was there when they were written. It's just, I remember badges of frost. Used to get 2 a day for running a heroic, and you'd loot some from bosses in Ice Crown, and then justice and valor points. Oh, I remember those were good times. Those were good times. But, anyways, let's see. It's about 7:17. All right, guys. I think what's gonna happen now is I think I am going to get ready to hop off here, as I've gotta get up at 3 in the morning to get ready to head to work. So I'm gonna do this and get ready to head to bed. I want to thank everybody, of course, for hanging out with me. I know, I wish I could stay up later, but 3 in the morning comes early, so I need to get some rest there for that. Don't leave us. How will we entertain? Well, I mean, there's that old song that's about me. It's called The Entertainer by AJR, and the hook going, oh my God, the entertainment's here. Suddenly, it's amazing here. Sit back now, relax now. Anyways, y'all take care, be safe, and I will talk to you